Good morning. We're up to Daf Yomi Beis. Brochos Daf Yomi Beis. On the top says the Gemara, Omer Reb Chanan, after the Baal HaChalim Yisayim V'loi La'odam, even if the Baal HaChalim is the Malach that's Mumuna over the dreams of people, and he lets you know that tomorrow he'll die. He should not hold himself back from asking the Eibishter for Rachmanis, from praying to the Eibishter, davening to the Eibishter. Shnemar, as the Pasuk says, Ki b'roiv chalim is v'havolim, through lots of dreams, v'havolim udvarim harbe, in many things, just one thing, fear of the Eibishter. So back to the story of that we had on the Aleph with Yeshayahu and Chizkiyahu. Miyad, right away, Vayasiv Chizkiyahu Ponav El Akir. Chizkiyahu turned his face to the wall, Vayispalel, and he davened El Hashem to the Eibishter. As the Gemara, my kir, what's the definition of the word kir, which l'chayr means wall, but says the Gemara, my kir, Amar Reb Shimon ben Lakish, says Reb Shimon ben Lakish, Mekiris libo, he davened from the depth of his heart. Shenemar, as the Pasuk says, Meyai yoichilo, kiro islibi geimin. So we see that Kiros refers to Kiros Libi, which is the depth of my heart. Levi Omar Levi says, Al Iske Hakir, he davened about the inyonim of Kir, meaning Omar Lafonov, he said to the Eibishter Rebbeinu Shalom, he made a kalvachem Ramash in Amos. He says, no, if the Shunamis is the woman that Elisha would come and stay over by her. So she made a little room on an attic that he should have his own studio, so to speak. So she made him only one room on an attic. So you brought back her son to life. Avi Abba, my grandfather, that covered as a hechel bekuloi the whole Beis Hamikdash, because of Uzov with silver and gold. Probably means Shloimei HaMelech, Allah has kama v'kama. Of course, you shall give me life. Zechorno says over there, Chizkiyahu from his when he davened, said to the Eibishter, Zechorno, please remember that what I had gone for you be'emes, with truth, belev sholim, with a full heart, and the good in your eyes, I have done. My what's the definition of the words in and the good in your eyes I have done? Says that he combined it geula to tefillah, as we have learned already what it is. Reb Levi says, what another definition, another explanation for Vatayv ben Nechasisi, that the good in your eyes I have done. What is that? Shekonas, that he concealed Sefer Refuis. He used to have a Sefer Refuis, Sefer, which in that says exactly what for which sickness you need which refuah, what heals it exactly. So Chizkiyahu saw that instead of doing tshuva and then Hashem should heal you, davening to the Eibishter, instead of that, you take the refuah that it says in the Sefer. So therefore, he concealed the Sefer. Some actually say that what's the kind of refuah that was written in that Sefer? The kind of refuah that was written in the Sefer was, since we know the Baal Shem Tov and many before Kabbalim, but every Eived of the person refers to a different mitzvah in the Torah. There's a Mach mitzvah sasei, Reish Memches mitzvah sasei, 248 mitzvahs, positive mitzvahs. So too are 248 limbs in a person's body. So that's in Lashon HaMedrash is that every limb of the person says to the person, please do in me a mitzvah. Do with me a mitzvah. And the Shesal, he says, the 365 negative mitzvahs are parallel to the 365 days in the year that every day says to the Yid, please do not do in me an Aveda. So in that Sefer said which mitzvah exactly is for, again, parallel to which limb of the person. So if a person was ill or sick in a certain area of the body, they knew exactly on which mitzvah he needs to do tshuva. Now, he would do tshuva on that specific mitzvah. Instead, he would not do tshuva in general as a whole to return to the Eibishter. That bothered for Chizkiyahu HaMelech. I think that's said by the Mari Cheskel. He was a Talmud of the Rebbe Mendel of Rimanov. Says the Gemara weiter, Ton Rabbanon. The Rabbanon learned Shishet Dvarim aus Chizkiyahu HaMelech. 6 things did Chizkiyahu HaMelech. Al Gimel Hoydulei, Al Gimel Hoydulei. And 3 the Rabbanon admit that he did good and praised him for that, and 3 they did not. Al Gimel Hoydulei, on which are the 3 that they were moided to him? Gonas, he hid Sefer Refuas. That's the first one. What is that? There was in the Midbar that the Eibishter, when the Hashem had sent the snakes that bit the Yidden and poisoned them. So for a refuah, for a healing, Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, he should make a snake, put it on a stick, put it up in the high, and when anyone looks up, he'll see the Nachash Nechoshes, and he'll have a healing. Now, and in that the Mishnah says in Masechet Rosh that the snake is the one that kills. The snake it gives life by looking at it. It's just that when you look up to the snake, you'll look up. Oh, what's the meaning of looking up? You need to think about the Eibishter. Then you'll be healed. So that's the Mishnah in Masechet Rosh at the end of I don't remember at the moment, 3rd or 4th Perek. I think it's different in Mishnahs than in Gemara. I think they flip it. No. That's Masechet Megillah. I think it's the last Mishnah of the 3rd Perek. Yeah. Perek Ubez, last Mishnah. V'hoye kasher yore Moshe es yodei. Same thing by Melchom of Amalek, and the same thing of the Nachash Nechoshes, that when you lift your eyes, you have victory. and you are healed. So till Chizkiyahu Melech, they still had it, and now he crushed it. Why? Because you shouldn't serve it Chas v'Shalom as an Avodah Zarah. And the Chachamim were moided to him. Sorry. Girer Atzmis Oviv. He dragged the bones of his father on a bed made of strings. His father was, I think, Achaz. And Achaz was not an Elohid. Yeah, Rashi says, he was a Rasha. Bizo, therefore he embarrassed him and did not he did not respect him while his kiburim. Let's see, and the Chachamim were made to him. Fine. Which are the three that the Chacham did not be made to him? Sosa Megichain, he closed the Megichain, the waters of the Shiloyach. He did it so that the Malchi Ashur that came and had a Mulchama with him shouldn't find water. But the Chachamim were not happy with that. Kitzatz, he cut down the dalses, the doors of Hechel of the Beis Hamikdash, Shigram, and send them to Melech Asher. He did it he was hoping that he wouldn't destroy the Beis Hamikdash. But with the Chachamim, they were not happy with that. Listen, then also, as long as it's Chodesh Adar, till Chavtes Adar, a Bezdin can still sit down and be Ma'aber, the Chodesh, the year, to add another Adar. However, once it's already Chodesh Nisan, you can't say, oh, we're making a second Adar. And he did that. And the Chachamim were not happy with that. Ibn Nisan, asked the Gemara, I mean, does Chizkiyahu Melech think that you can put another Chodesh for Nisan? The Pasuk says, this month of Nisan should be the Rosh Chodashim, the first of the Chodashim. Then Nisan, Veinach Nisan, only this is Nisan, and there's no other Nisan. In other words, if you instruct to make another Chodesh for Adar, in other words, and after it's Chodesh Nisan, so in theory, it won't be two Chodesh Adars, it will be two Chodesh Nisans, and that cannot happen. Did he make a mistake in that? No. He made a mistake with the Shmuel. In the Halach of Shmuel, the Amar Shmuel says, "In Ma'aber Nesashona, you shall not be Ma'aber as Ashona the year B'yim Shloshim Shel Adar, in the 30th day of Adar, Hoyel sins v'rov l'kavi Nisan." Since Nisan, today in the calendar, we have exactly which Chodesh will always be Molei, which Chodesh will always be Chaser. But then that you had that Bezdin would be Mekadosh the Chodesh Be'eder Iyeh. So even the Chodesh Nisan, which today always comes out only one day, which is in theory the 30th day of Adar, it's just since Chodesh Nisan is only one day, it is already Aleph Nisan. So the day before is Chavtes Adar, and that day is Aleph Nisan. However, when they were Mekadosh the Chodesh B'Iyeh, the Edom on the new Chodesh did not come till tomorrow, the first day of instead of Aleph Nisan would be Lamed Adar. So he thought Lamed Adar, you can still be Ma'aber the Chodesh, Ma'aber the year. However, the Chacham said no, you cannot, because since Lamed Adar sometimes is the same, sometimes can be Lamed Adar, and sometimes it can be Aleph Nisan. So we shouldn't be making a mistake. And then, since even although now it's Lamed Adar, it might be that next year will be the same day Aleph Nisan, and you'll still think last year you were able to be Ma'aber the year. This now also, in order not to make the mistake, Chacham said no. And that was the Ella inside. Ella Tobit Shmul Amashmul Ema Abin Sashona B'Yom Shleishim Shel Adar. You're not being you shouldn't be Ma'abed Shona the year in the 30th day of Adar Hoyel since but Oil Kovi that it's possible to put it as Nisan. Sover. So Chizkiyo thought Hoyel V'Royel since it's possible, for the reason that it's possible to be Rosh Chodesh Nisan. No, we're not looking at that. Amar Rabbi Yochanan says, Rabbi Yochanan in the name of Rabbi Yosef ben Zimri called to Libes Chusatz between Libes Chusachir. One who puts his schus to depend on others. I'm sorry, one who puts this schus in himself. Hashem makes him be dependent on the schus of others. If you put yourself as needed to be dependent on the schus of others, Hashem gives it to him b'schus for his own schus. Moshe told b'schus acherim. Moshe said that he's dependent in others' schus. As the pasuk says, he asked the Eibishter, please remember, Avram Yitzchak Yisrael, to Avram Yitzchak and to Yankiv Avadecha, your servant. Therefore, totally Hashem gave it to him b'schus atmei in his own schus. Shenemer vayomer la'ashmida, that it says in Tehillim, vayomer la'ashmida, Hashem said to destroy the lulei Moshe. If not from Moshe Bechira, his chosen one, it stood there and broke down the fun of the Eibishter, lahoshiv chamosai, to return the Eibishter's anger, mihashchis, from destroying. However, Chizkiyo told b'schus atzmoi, chsiv zcharno es asher salachti lefanecha. Chizkiyo put it to be dependent in his own schus, as the pasuk says, zcharno, please remember Hashem that I had gone before you. Totally. Therefore, the Eibishter showed him that he needs to be dependent on the schus of others, b'schus acherim, and the schus of others. The pasuk says, "You got noisy alir hazay." The Eibishter says to Chizkiyo, "I will watch over this city. I will have pity over this city, Laishia, to help it, to save it. Lamani, for my sake, Laman David Avdim, for the sake of David my servant." Behind it, Shimon Levi. This is what Shimon Levi says. The Amar Rabbi Yehoshua ben Levi. The pasuk says, "For peace, bitter is to me bitter." Even when the Eibishter sends him sholim, marhu, it's still bitter. Meaning that since it was not in his own schus, but in the schus of others. So, since the Gemara learned before that Chizkiyo HaMelech was mispal to the Eibishter Mikiras Liboy, and the Gemara then went on to explain what does Kiras Liboy mean, what does Kir mean, and we brought a raya from. And then we learned the second pshat that who was that? the Levi that he says al iski akid. In other words, that Chizkiyahu Melech said for the Eibishter Kal V'chomer Madoch, the Shinamas that made a kir kitana, a little room, ba'aliyah on an attic for Elisha. Her son was brought back to life. How much more so my grandfather Shlomo that covered the Heichal of the Beis Hamikdash with silver and gold. Of course, his anikel, his descendant, as me, Chizkiyahu HaMelech, should have his life. So we mentioned the Maisa with the Shinamis and Elisha. So now the Gemara brings that pasuk and dashes it. Nasa no aliyas kir kitane. Rav Shmuel chadam aliyah prua. Oitzel v'kiruha. Chadam nachsad v'gdoila oitzel v'chulkua l'shnayim. Rav Shmuel, they argue what exactly was that room that they made, that the Shinamas made for Elisha. One of them learned prua, it was open. Kiruha, and she had gated it around. It was an open spot, and she fenced it. One says, she had a big porch, or maybe big skylight room, and she divided it in two. According to the Mandamar, that says it was in a room, and a skylight room. This is what the pasuk says, kir, that it has a wall. El Mandamar just on the attic, my kir. What's the word kir? So it says the Gemara, since she fenced it with a gate, with a wall. Bishlam lemand ber aliyah hainu d'chsiv aliyas el mand ber achsadre my aliyas. According to the mandamar, it says it was an attic, therefore it says aliyas, which means a second floor. El mand ber achsadre, it was a skylight room. My aliyas, what does it mean with the term aliyas, going on top of something else? As the Gemara mu'ulish about the best of the houses. Says the pasuk says over there, goes on to elaborate, v'nosim lo yisham, and we will put for him over there mita, a bed, v'shulchan, and a table, v'kisei, and a chair, menorah, and a lantern. Rabbi says, Abai v'itemer v'yitzchak, haroitza lehanis yahanik Elisha. If one who wants to enjoy should enjoy like Elisha. Wants to enjoy. One who wants to appreciate from what other people help him out can take a lesson from Elisha, that in some cases it's okay. If you do not want to take from others, you have the right not to appreciate from work of others. Kishmul Haramosi, just like Shmuel Haramosi did. Shanemar, the pasuk says, he would surround all the cities where the people were, and at the end of the year he would sit down at home, Shambese, because over there is his house in Rama. Everywhere he went, he had along with him the stuff he needed, as if he is at home. In other words, he did not need to, he was not dependent in need of money of others, of help of others. But Toimer al-Isha said the Shinamis to her husband, now I know that he is a holy man. How do we know that? From here we can see that a woman by nature recognize and guessed Yosef Menuish more than the men. Kodishu, he's a holy man. She said to her husband that he's a holy man. Meno Yoda, where did she notice that? One says that never did she see a fly pass by on his table where he eats. And the other says, so she put out a sheet of linen over his bed, and she didn't see any carry. So she knew that he is a holy man. The pasuk continues that the Shanama said Kaddish, that he is a holy man. It means to say, she meant to say he is holy. However, his servant Geichzi Einei Kaddish is not holy. Shanama, as the pasuk says, Vayigash Geichzi lahotva, that Geichzi went over to her and wanted to embrace her. And not only that, but what does it mean? He actually held her in with his hands in her nice place. Rashi says dadeo, by the breast. These are further words of that pasuk, that he constantly passes by us. Says Rabbi Yosef ben Chanina, the name of Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov, called Amareach, one who invites Talmud Chacham to Chbeisei, and he keeps him as a guest, the Talmud Chacham in his house, and gives him, supports him from his money. The Pasuk accepts it as if he would be makriv a carbon tomid in the Beis Hamikdash. Another member from Rabbi Yosef ben Chanina, the name of Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. The person should not stand up high in a high place and daven from there. Just dafke, specifically in a low place. Yispal and down from there. Shenemer, as the pasuk says, from the depth have I called out to you, Hashem. So one should stand low in a low spot. We have also learned so a person should not stand not on a chair, not on a pedestal. Not in a high place, Yispal and down. Elo b'mokim nomach, but in a low spot. Yispal and down. There is no there is no up high. For the as the pasuk says, from the depth have I called you the Eibishter. It says the prayer of the oni of the poor person, kiyatev, that makes an atifa, it surrounds all other tefillos. Another memory of that, Rabbi Yosef ben Chanina says in the name of Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov, one who davens has to put together his feet. Shenemer, as the pasuk says, that by the malachim biragleim, I think it's in Yeshaya Vov, that the malachim's feet are like one straight foot. What is the pshat of the pasuk? One should not eat over blood. You should not eat before you had davened about your blood. One who eats or drinks and drinks and then davens. One who eats and drinks and then goes to daven. All of the pasuk says on him, the Eibusha says, and me you have thrown achrei gavecha in back of your back, in your behind. I'll take a gavecha. Don't touch it as gavecha your back, your loftiness, your arrogance. Says the Eibusha goes after he's arrogant. Kibul all of Malchus Shemayim, and he's Makabel now all Malchus Shemayim. Doesn't work that way. So we had in the Mishnah Rabbi Yeshua Imer Ad Gimel Pshelis. Yeshua says, what was the Mishnah? The Mishnah was for the shear of Kriyas Shema Shel Shachris. And how long can you say Shema Kriyas Shema Shel Shachris? Yeshua says till 3 hours in the day. Since the the Melachim, the kings, wake up till by 3 hours in the day. So says the Gemara. Amar Rabbi Yehuda, Amar Shmuel, Halacha ki Rabbi Yeshua, says Rabbi Yehuda in the name of Shmuel. The halacha is like Rabbi Yeshua. I just want to apologize. I'm like falling asleep. I drove all night as a Lyft driver. Previous year was between trips, and I finished driving like 6 in the morning. Went to mikveh. I'm preparing now for davening. I did not go to sleep yet, so it's just I'm apologizing for falling asleep. But let's continue till the end of the Amid, and then we'll. When I have a better time, continue with preparing the tomorrow's shir. Anyway, says the Gemara, one who says, it's another line of the Mishnah. One who recites the Shema of morning after 3 hours in the day, lo yifsid, he didn't. There's no harm in that. Amar Rav Chizda, Amar Marikva, says Rav Chizda in the name of Mar Ukva, he shouldn't say Yitzir Oir. Why? I shouldn't say. In other words, he shouldn't say the Brochos because it's not Krishma Bizmani. The Mishnah doesn't say that you shouldn't say the bracha. So it's mashma, one who recites the Shema later there's no harm in that. It's just like a person reading the Torah. So it's mashma that you can make the bracha also. So it's a tiyufta of Rav Chizda that says that you should not. Others say Rav Chizda, Amar Marukva, Mai Lehivsit, Shalivsit Brochos. The Brochos are not considered in vain. They're not considered to be Brochos Levatal. We also had learned so. One who reads the Shema later there's no harm in that. It's fine, as if he reads the Torah. And not only does it say, but he shall not say the Brochos. No, it doesn't say that. Furthermore, it says even he does say the Brochos. Omar Mani, no remember it says that Mani God Lakiri Krishma Bainosa. One who recites the Shema in time is greater, Yoser, more Meyo Isik B'Torah than one who is Isik in Torah. How do we see that? Since we had learned one who recites the Shema from here on after 3 hours in the day. There is no harm. He didn't hurt himself. As a person that reads in the Torah, so we see for this that said he didn't harm himself, but of course it's better to say it in time. Okay, learn the Mishnah, and we'll stop after the Mishnah for next stuff. Says the Mishnah, B'Shamai say Erev. At evening, every person should lie down and recite the Shema in a lying position. In the morning, he should stand up. Because the pasuk says, while you go to sleep, in other words, while you lie down, and when you get up in the morning. So, Kriya Shema in the evening, you gotta lie down because it's the time of going to bed. So you say the Shema in bed. In the morning, you say it standing, since it's the time to go to stand up, to wake up. That's what the B'Shamai says. Every person should say it in his way. No, he can even say it while going in the way. As the pasuk says, you can also recite the Shema while you're going in the way. Im Kain asked the Mishnah, so why Lama Nemar? Why does it say in the pasuk and when you go to when you're lying down, when you kind of going to sleep, when you get up? It refers to at the time that people go to sleep and the time that people wake up. When people do go to sleep, and when people get up in the morning. I had went on the way. I was like traveling, and I had lie down likris to recite the Shema in the evening, as the B'Shamai say, and I have been in danger for robbers. And Baruch Hashem, he kind of he was saved. Amrullah said, so there's Chaverim, the Chachamim say, Kedai Yisrael you are about to be responsible about yourself. Shavat, since you were over, I'll do Basil. Since Basil say that you can recite Shema even when you go in the way, when you walk, when you keep walking. And you did lie down, and it's a danger. If Chas v'Shalom there would happen something to you, you would have needed to take responsibility for that. Kol tov, stay happy.